Hi students, today's class will be discussing about incorporation of branch trial balance in head office book. So this is also a part of our branch accounts, mainly dealing with or we will be doing this incorporation in case of independent branch accounts. As they are preparing their own accounts or separate accounting methods are followed, that should be incorporated with head office books. Then only we can come to the net profit of a company. So in incorporation of branch trial balance simply it means that we are adding the other items from branch accounts, or we are adding something from branch accounts to our head office. That is simple meaning. So now we can go through what do you mean by incorporation of branch trial balance in head office books. So we know that head office and its various branch, whether it is dependent branch or independent branch, all come together, or all branches and head office are same, or all comes under a single company or under a one single organization. Therefore, it is necessary to prepare a combined balance sheet of a company to know the profit and loss situation. So that we should have a consolidated accounts of head office, but everything of branch added to it, and that is incorporation of trial balance or incorporation of branch trial balance in head office books. So the incorporation of trial balance means recording or transfer of all assets and liabilities, income and expenses of branch to the final accounts of the head office. So when we are preparing final accounts of head office, we should also add assets, liabilities, income and expenses of branch also. Then only if the incorporation will be completed. So for this incorporation purpose, what we do is a branch trading and profit and loss account is prepared to incorporate all revenue items. That is, here we will be preparing, or this under this branch trading and profit and loss account, we will be incorporating all revenue items of branch. And profit and loss, assets and liabilities are incorporated through branch account. So for preparing consolidated balance sheet, revenue items means recurring nature items of branch account will be incorporated by using branch trading and profit and loss account, and profit and loss, assets and liabilities are incorporated by using branch account. So the process by which consolidating balance sheet of whole business is prepared is known as incorporation of branch trial balance. Now to incorporate these items, that is to incorporate branch trial balance to or in head office books, we need certain journal entries. So when or for debit side items of your trading account, debit side items of your trading account in the branch, that means opening stock, net purchases, direct expenses, etc. All those items will be recorded in branch trading account, and that is recorded as branch trading account debtor to branch account. So first we have to incorporate all, or we have to transfer all debit side items of trading account to branch trading account. So write branch trading account debtor to branch account. Next is we are having credit side items of trading account, that is net sales and closing stock. So that should be recorded as branch account debtor to branch trading account. So amount of sales, closing stock, if return outwards, like that something. Sometimes we might deduct return outwards with purchases. So in that case, the first journal entry is enough. If it is not like that, if we are recording it on credit side of trading account, then we should take it here. Branch account debtor to branch trading account. Now we'll be getting or we'll be arriving to gross profit or gross loss. If our branch is having a gross profit, then it should be transferred by using branch trading account debtor to branch profit and loss account. Branch trading account debtor to branch profit and loss account. If we are having or if we are incurring any loss, then the journal entry will be branch profit and loss account debtor to branch account. Branch profit and loss account debtor to branch trading account. So third one is branch trading account debtor to branch profit and loss account in case of gross profit. If it is gross loss, then branch profit and loss account debtor to branch trading account. Now we are going with the fourth journal entry, that is for total of various expenses and losses. That is in your profit and loss account, you will be having expenses and losses on your debit side. So for transferring those items, we will be preparing branch profit and loss account debtor to branch account. So branch profit and loss account debtor to branch account. That is when we are having or when we are transferring all revenue expenditures and losses. Next, if we are having income and gains. Income and gains will be recorded on the credit side of profit and loss account. So that will be recorded under branch account debtor to branch profit and loss account. If it is expense, that is branch profit and loss account debtor to branch account. If it is income, branch account debtor to branch profit and loss account. Next is if we are having net profit. If we are having net profit, branch profit and loss account debtor to general profit and loss account. If you are having net profit, then branch profit and loss account debtor to general profit and loss account. In case if you are having loss, in that case, general profit and loss account debtor to branch profit and loss account. So if you are having any loss, then general profit and loss account debtor to branch profit and loss account. Now we are moving to seventh one. To record all or various branch assets. In that case, we will be having branch assets account debtor to branch account. So when we are recording branch assets, we should record individually. That is, if we are having land and building account debtor, furniture account debtor, or stock account debtor, like that we should record it separately or individually to branch account, like that. So we should post it individually. Land, either we can have compound journal entry or single journal entry. Then branch, if we have to post or transfer liabilities, then we have to record branch account debtor to branch liabilities account. There also individually we should record. Don't submit up and write like branch account debtor to branch liabilities. Total of your branch liabilities is 1 lakh. Don't write like that. We should make it separately. Creditors 25,000, loan 10,000, capital 40,000, like that we should record it individually. So this is how we should post or we should transfer our branch items to, or we should have to incorporate our branch items to your head office account. So I think it is clear now with your incorporation of branch trial balance. It is very easy topic. The thing is that we should be thorough with these journal entries and we can directly do our problems. So incorporation means, in simple way, we can tell that it is a process by which consolidated balance sheet of whole business, whether it is head office or whether it is branch, whole business is come or it is prepared under one head. That is incorporation of branch trial balance. So hope it is clear to you. Thank you.